Good morning. Hi. Cheers.
Boop.
I heard you telling the story on your stream last night about how you need to drink a liquid.
A liquid. 2 liquid.
Maybe 3.
Maybe 3 liquid.
That maybe historically Mallory does not
Drink enough
liquid. Gotta drink more of them liquids. There's been
so many liquids.
There's been times, like multiple times in the past, like just in like the past year, where like we'll be in the kitchen and I'll be like, I just don't feel very good, and I'll be like, have you had a liquid? And Mal will be like, no. And I'll be like, so liquid.
Give me the bird.
There was one time that was very funny to me where Alex and Haley were over. And I was like, have you had a liquid? And you're like, no. So Mal had a liquid and felt better and then went, Haley, thank you. You were right. I really needed to have a liquid.
To be fair, it's normally Haley.
And I was like...
This is coconut water.
I
do not like it.
I briefly knew what Haley felt like every time we're like, thanks, Chaz, for doing... And Haley's like, I got it. I got a brief glimpse of it. So that's coconut water.
It's gross.
And you don't like it at all.
I don't like it. Will I drink it? Yeah.
Okay. Mal's trying to get other things than just the normal water.
Yeah. Doctor said I need more than plain water.
Need, like, other things.
Like Oracle says, if you tried pineapple coconut water, that's what this is.
I'm sorry. Anyway, let's read some alerts. We got 40 months from Gamer Girl Life 2108. 33 months from Macintosh PC, 27 months from Musicos 1, 34 from Full Metal Grizz, 58 from Kiwili Scipio, 2 months from Game 3 Lover 789, 25 months from Sharkstole. We got 500 bits from Zelda Masters. It's popping in from the VOD squad to ask for good vibes. My family had to say goodbye to my 92-year-old great-grandmother last night. She certainly had an amazing run, but it's still very sad, especially with my grandma losing her mom and husband in the same year. Good vibes.
Good vibes.
Good vibes. It's true, 92 is an amazing run, but always losing a family member is going to be difficult.
Yeah.
So good vibes to your family. I hope that there is a heck of a celebration of life. That's the one thing about, like, living that long, right? Is if you live that long, you've done so many things, and then also you've affected so many people's lives for so long. And I think that's kind of one of the most cherished things about making it to, you know, your 80s or 90s especially, is that you get to have such an effect on people for such a long time. And I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
I think that's, like, one positive thing. But good vibes all the same. We also had 350 bits from Radio Dread. Says this clown is here to remind everyone, not just the Georges on the couch, to hydrate. Water and water and water and water. It's true. You should drink. I don't have any problems. I don't have a drinking problem. Fortunately, I tend to get my liquids pretty well. I usually have a cup of coffee in the morning, and I drink water usually throughout the day, and sometimes I'll have like a sport drink.
Hi, Kitty.
Or a Fanta. So I'm usually doing all right. But when I if I'm dehydrated, though, like, I know.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm just like, why do I feel bad? I'd be like, I need, that's when I'm like, put some extra liquids in there. Yeah, sorry to hear about your drinking problem, Mal. It's okay. They have groups for that. We also had 42 months from Shadowlance. Furious Kitty gifted a sub to Sticky Spirit. 26 months from Liberty KJ. 53 months from Wildfire 972. And 18 months from NJC5. And we are 46% through a level 2 high P train. Thank you for train. Little morning train. Jam asked if we had camelbacks.
Yes.
Mao has 2 camelbacks.
Yes.
1 for each hand. I have the big one. I have the leader one. Mao has 2
.7s.
Yeah, 220. They're 20 ounce, right?
0.7 liter. I don't know what that is in ounces.
20, 24.
One's in the dishwasher.
A liter is what? 32 ounces? 30 ounces? 32
Something
ounces.
Marissa smells a beverage gremlin. I gotta be for a little bit at least.
Being able to make sure you get liquids is important. It is important for everybody. Talking about liquids makes me thirsty. It doesn't make me thirsty for coffee.
I woke up at 1 this morning, and I was like, I'm very thirsty. And I also have to go to the bathroom because I've been drinking so much water. So I got up and had water and went to the bathroom, and I couldn't fall back asleep.
I'm sorry.
When I got up, I walked past Kepler in his feeder helper chair.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked at me like, what are you doing?
Even he was like, what? He didn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So we had to wake up pretty early. We got up this morning. We had the alarm set for 5.
Mm-hmm.
5 a.m. And we did that to wake up and take Alex and Haley to the airport because they are heading back to Wisconsin for a long weekend to see Haley's family. It also means that Mao will be spending the weekend at their place.
As soon as we're done here, I'm headed over there.
So spending the weekend at their place to keep Leica company. And it's only a few days. It's not like super long. And won't be there long enough to do any like
my streaming.
Yeah, like no breakfast streams will occur, no Mal Make streams will occur over there. But you'll be able to pet the dog.
I do get to pet the dog.
All day.
All day?
It's a sleepover with Leica. It's true.
We get to go out. We get to sit on couch.
It's true. Not a solo Zelda stream. Mal will come back here for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom will still occur. Because, like, we're not that far away. I'll just tell Mal to come over and we'll do Zelda. So, nothing changes other than Mal just won't be here.
Both of us can have an occasional treat. Like, it can have a dog treat. I can have a...
Dog treat? No. Both of you can share a dog treat?
Maybe I'll get pretzels. Oh, they have pretzels right now.
I just bought them some pretzels.
Did. Slick Duke says Mal can have coconut water.
Yeah. It'll be fun. Yeah. You'll have a fun weekend with Leica. We had 32 months from PK Daisy. Grand Spectre gifted a sub to The Lone Sandslash. 300 bits from M Tappa says, good morning, Steven and chat. So, I am having an issue with my Switch where the console itself was flickering and now has since only showed a black screen with the battery icon. Has anyone else had this same issue? That sounds bad. Have you Googled it? Because I have not had that issue. There's like ways to reset the Switch. There's like a button combination or something. I don't know. But I would Google it and see if there's someone that has had the same issue and resolved it. Worst case scenario, you can send it into Nintendo. So, Mr. Nerd says, how long was your Switch off for? That is true. There is a thing where, like, if the Switch is off for a long time, it can take a long time to, like, come back to life. What's the 1-800 number for Nintendo support? Oh, you mean 1-800-255-3700?
Is that still it?
Probably. Listen. There's just numbers you don't forget. There's just numbers you don't forget. I can't tell you why. It's just the way it works. We also had 300 bits from Ketsueki Randy, who says, can I request some good vibes? I have a book release tomorrow, and while I'm not expecting massive results, the idea of letting my baby out into the world is still nerve-wracking.
Good vibes.
Good vibes.
That's still really cool, though.
It's a big accomplishment. It's a big accomplishment. Like writing a book, spending time putting your heart and soul into something, and then, you know, releasing it, like, it's a big deal. So yeah, good vibes. I hope that it's a positive experience,
Yeah.
right? I think that's the big thing. Yeah, that's actually a really good way of putting it. Brandon says it sounds incredibly terrifying and exciting at the same time. I think there's a lot of things in life that is that.
Yes.
Like those two combinations of things that where like the excitement has won out. You're going to do the thing, but you're still terrified.
Yeah.
Whether it's like writing a book or riding a roller coaster. One of those takes a little more work than the other.
Good morning, Juliet.
Renee says, that's how I feel about motherhood. That's also fair.
Juliet, do you see this cat?
Yeah, Juliet said that they were making shorts and then saw we were live and we're like, why are they live? And it just lost track of time. Hello, little man.
He's so tolerant.
He is a very tolerant cat. I started watching this YouTube channel about this person who does grooming for animals.
Yeah.
And it's not that that's the best indication of how tolerant an animal will be when they're getting sprayed with water and air, right? But
Yeah.
it is a reminder that, like, generally cats are not as tolerant as Kepler.
Yeah. Yep, Spiffla. Silent Miss Dragoon, yep, girl with dogs.
Yeah. I had never heard of it. And it was either you or Haley.
Haley.
Yeah, Haley was the one that pointed it out, so we watched some over there. And they're just short little snippets that are cute about different animals. It's interesting how different, like, breeds do different things. Like, some are very vocal.
I really like when she puts the trouble bubble on the cat, which is like the astronaut's helmet. Would you get a trouble bubble?
I don't think so.
No.
Kep's never bit anybody.
No. He doesn't even really hiss.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen him hiss, but he only hisses when he is very afraid. So, yeah, he'd probably be all right.
You can touch his belly and his feet.
In his head.
And his head. He lets you touch anything.
Yes. He is a sweet boy. We worked on that, though, when he was a kitten. When he was a kitten, I spent a lot of time touching the cats everywhere just to try and get them used to that. Mm-hmm. So that was something that was very deliberate. It seems like it worked. We had 2 months from Lucas Dworka. Thank you. And 100 bits from the Gracklepeck. Appreciate it.
Is he okay with cutting nails?
He's not okay like Sagan was. I mean,
yeah.
Sagan, you could literally just, like, do it. Kepler doesn't like that. So, we've found that the best way to...
He pulls away. He doesn't, like...
What?
He's never aggressive.
No, the cat's never... I don't think Kepler's ever been aggressive. Mm-hmm. I've never seen it. But he doesn't like it.
No.
And we found the best way of doing it is the...
Distract with churu.
The churu. Yeah, if you hold the churu and clip the nails, he, like, is in another world. So he doesn't even notice. And that's great.
Yeah.
Coffee.
It's true. It's true. It's hard. Churu is by nature a drippy substance, though. So it's you know, sometimes it drip.
Yeah. Brandon helped out before.
Yeah.
When Rebecca was here, she likes cats.
She has a cat.
Yes, she does. And she wasn't sure, like, when you see a new cat, you're like, well, can I pet it? Are they okay? And I was like, oh yeah, you could even pet his belly.
Yeah. Yeah, he needs to sniff you, like, once. Mm-hmm. And then he's pretty good with you. You know, and if he's not, like, he doesn't get aggressive, he'll just leave. You know, if he's like, bye, like, but he won't, like, swat or anything.
Swipe out at you?
Yeah.
No.
He don't do that. He a good little stinker. We got 300 bits of Alfie Goldfish. Says, big medical news for me. My doctors downgraded me from what she calls super anemia to just moderate anemia. It was so bad when they first found out they tested me for lupus because of how my skin looked along the anemia. It's been 9 years, but I am on the right track. Maybe soon I can get at a good level to donate blood too. Remember to take care of yourselves, everyone. Congrats.
Glad you got good news.
That's awesome. Progress is progress. Progress is progress. It's always important to look at where you've been and where you are as you think about where you're going. So, congratulations. That is awesome. And I wish you continued good news. This is the impending Doom film trailer music is not the best sound for this particular conversation. Here you go. Have Smash Brothers main theme instead. Sometime timing really good. Sometime timing not so great.
Yeah, not so good.
You put the entire music library on shuffle, and you're just like, I'll let God decide. We'll figure out what happens today. It's the soundtrack to 2020. Oh, you know what I realized?
What?
I gave you this, but
Yeah.
I never did this. Let me do this.
Okay. Quick, Steven can't see.
I'll be able to see. Man, I see so many, like, colors.
Yeah.
I can see you pretty alright.
Pretty alright.
Like, I can see your facial expressions from here.
Okay.
Like, I like, you're blurry, but, like, I can see you, like, from a foot away. Like, I can't read the chat. That's impossible. But I can make out like, I can see the colors of the usernames with white. So it's like, well, for them it'd be color white. Like, so I can see that they're the lines, but I can't read anything. I can't even read it if I squint. It's still too fuzzy.
Better?
Now I can read. That's also the slogan for Hooked on Phonics.
See, if I take mine off, I can't read words unless I squint, but I can see colors and I can see icons, and like I have some people memorized, so I know like who some people are based on that.
I mean, yeah, that happens to me a little bit with some of the colors. I don't know if chat knows that, but
Yeah.
like if you've been around for like a long time
And your name color
and
has
you
stayed
and
the
your
same.
name color stayed the same, definitely I would say anyone that uses Twitch, like any creators, probably feel the same way, where they get very like acclimated to the idea of like, well, that's that person.
Yes.
So, because you guys probably do that too, right? Because Basuna says, "Oh, I definitely associate colors with username." Yeah. So like that happens, and then I'm kind of like, all right, well, I know.
Renee says I can never change my color because it would confuse you. Yeah, it would.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you that you can't change your color, but I do know that when I see, you know, the orange, I'm like, well, there's only like a handful of people in my head of like, well, that's probably one of these people. It's fine. It's fine. But, you know, also, it's fine to change your colors. Yeah, Jam, time to totally change my colors. blend back into the crowd, be like, all right. But also, like, you know, people are somewhat incentivized to change colors, like, on our channels.
Yeah.
Because Chaz has done different things that interact with those colors. Right? So, like, for instance, we've talked about it before. Sorry. You know, if you are if you're subscribed to Mal's channel, and then you subscribe here, whenever the alert goes off, you get the paint splotch behind it, right? And that paint splotch is based on the color of your username, assuming you've set one. Yeah, Luna's book. Wait, that's how it decides the paint color? Yeah, yeah. So, like, that's just a little cool thing that Chaz built in. But that also means that you have the ability to change that color based on what your username color is. Yeah. So, 52 months from Spinach Wrap. Thanks. Cheesehammer, am I memorable enough? I mean, obviously I get forgotten in real life, but hopefully not on Twitch. You are memorable enough. We also made a weapon in Tears of the Kingdom. No, I don't think any other people have gotten their own weapon, so it's pretty good.
We are okay with this.
Yeah. The you know, there's some cool stuff that Chaz has built, and other cool stuff that we want to
that Chaz is working on.
Yeah. So I'm always excited for folks to see what's next. Juliet says, I don't think anyone plays Tears of the Kingdom like you do, that's for sure. Slowly? I told Josh when he played Earthbound on Tuesday, I was like, I'm fairly certain that we will have finished Zelda before you finish Earthbound. Josh did spend like 35 minutes of his stream
playing slots.
Just playing the slot machines in the desert. And I was like... And at one point, Josh was like, you know, it's funny that my friends have gathered together and are like sitting on a couch watch me play this game, but I'm just playing the slot machines. And I was like, that's not as funny as you think it is. He did win, but I think he won once.
He got a chick. So I pulled what the prizes were, and I was talking to Haley and Rebecca, and I was like, gosh, I hope he hits oranges because it's a chick, and then he'll get another chicken. And then he did, and it was perfect.
It's kind of haunting his entire run. He just always has a chicken. It's wild.
Hi.
I hope he takes a chicken with him to Gygas.
I hope so.
Like fighting the universal cosmic destroyer in a void of evil. And then at some point, Jeff is just like, I'm gonna release this chicken. It'd be very frightening for the chicken. The chicken be like, what is going on? I like that. I think it's fun. 39 months from Retro Remedies. Thank you. Oh, is it?
Yeah, that tells you at the end of your run how many chickens you released.
Yeah, but throwing a chicken at Gygas. Chess says, throwing a chicken at Gygas is a bit of a meme in the community for my rando. Ness. It hurts, Ness. Ness, 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 Ness. Boop. Ness, 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 Ness. Yeah. Someday, I need to play the randomizer, the Ancient Cave randomizer. I don't know when that day will be. There's so many other things to do. Like, so for those that didn't know, yesterday I played through a video game.
Yeah, you did.
I played through Gato or Bato. It was fun. It was fun to play a video game. It was fun to like sit down and from beginning to end play like an entire video game. That was really enjoyable. The problem is the amount of video games that fit that like criteria, that they're also like, you know, really good, really memorable, is small.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of them. There were so many games that like that were on my list that were just a little bit longer, and I'm like, I don't have 2 weeks to devote to this, or I don't have multiple weeks to devote to this. You know, I have the one. Because we're going to be getting into Starfield. I can't believe it's Starfield time. Starfield comes out next week. I cannot believe that.
The Royal We. We're getting into Starfield.
Well, I meant, yeah, we like as a society. We as a society have moved to the date in time.
I see.
Where Starfield has occurred. Yeah, I know you're not playing Starfield.
Yeah.
I'm playing Starfield on PC. I do not own an Xbox, whatever it's called now. I really... Xbox Series X, I think, is the name of the system. There's Series X and Series S.
To the X power.
It's a confusing... The latest Xbox. The latest Xbox. Yeah, I have the computer. Our newest, most popular Xbox. Yeah, I have the computer, and it has the parts in it that are good.
Yeah.
And that was something that happened since we moved in here for the purpose of doing solo streams, and one of the things was for Starfield. So I'm excited to play the Starfield video game. That'll be fun. It's going to be a fun time. Really curious to see how many bugs. Yeah, I mean, well, it's Bethesda, so so at least one. At least one. Playing a Bethesda game is already a whole thing. Playing a Bethesda game at launch.
Yeah.
There was recently they had actually had a little thing where they had talked about that, and they're like, this time is going to be a little different because we did a good. That's not exactly how the interview went down, because that would be an insane thing for like one of the developers to say, but like that's something that happened. And big if true. Big if true. We will see. We will see what happens. We had 49 months from Bardic Puppy. Appreciate it. Thank you. Mech hit 60 months. So that people will start hitting 5 years. People are going to have 5s next to their names.
Wow.
I know. Incredible. Randy asked, what are your thoughts on the new PlayStation Portable? Did you see that?
No, I didn't. At all.
It's... Imagine a Nintendo Switch, but like what Sony would do to it with the same like vibe as the PS5.
Okay.
It's like just a screen and just they just cut a PS5 controller in half and just like slapped it on the side.
I see.
That is the system. However, yeah, this
Okay.
thing. Have you seen that?
No.
So like the concept is neat, like because there are people that like they're deep into like the Sony ecosystem. And for those people, I think it's probably a reasonable product. Kind of. It doesn't actually like play games on its own.
Oh.
So that's the problem with the system. Is that what it does is it streams PS5 games over Wi-Fi.
Oh.
So it's...
Oh.
I don't feel like inherently it's a problem. But... it's going to be like very specific case usage.
Yeah, for people to buy one.
Right? Because like, if you... So yeah, it's an accessory. It's if you think about it, and actually if you think about it like it's an accessory... It's way easier to accept, I think. If you think about it as a console, like, oh, this is a new PSP. Like, that's technically incorrect. It's an accessory. It is a PS5 accessory. Yeah. Because what you're going to do with it is you have a PS5, you have, like, let's say you have a lot of, like, PS5 digital games. Like, you have a big PS5 digital library. If you're that person, you've installed the 2 terabyte M2 SSD into your system. Like everything's digital. That's your primary system is your PS5, and you want to like lounge around your home, or if you like have a vacation home, or you go on vacation somewhere, or you travel to like someone else's, like your parents' house or something like that, and they have good Wi-Fi, and you want to play PS5 games portable from like different locations, it could be reasonable. Like if you're a big Sony person and you're going to be at a place with strong Wi-Fi and you want to keep playing your games, like it's not a product that makes any sense for me, right? But I don't think that it's a bad product. I'm like, okay, that's definitely a pretty specific use case, but for somebody who wants to do that, yeah. Jolly Roger Gay says, gotta take it to Florida. Basically, if you're going to Florida, and you have good internet in Florida, which is very dependent.
I hear it's better. Next time we go, I hear it's better.
We streamed to Twitch. We streamed 500 kilobits. That was our upload. 500 kilobits. So it got better than that?
I hear it's better. Yeah, Kip is snoring.
Little man. Little man. Little stinker. He a good boy. Oh, Brandon, I hate that. Brandon says, even in Montana, I streamed 1,000. Oof. Chess says, they hired a gator to carry the packets.
Listen, we can all go there right now.
There will come a time.
That we do ChefCon there? Oh.
What? Where did that even come from?
I said we could go there right now.
For ChefCon?
Yeah. We're allowed to.
Sometimes I start a sentence and you go to finish it, and I'm like, "Oh, this is so sweet. Like we have the same wavelength." And then you say something so out of left field. I'm like, "What?" No, I was gonna say inevitably, like we will be back there and have to probably do a stream there.
Inevitably, yes.
So it will be interesting to see.
See you there, Brandon.
What happens when we have to? Because we'll have to do another like breakfast stream there.
Yeah.
So. Richard says, maybe I don't know better, but I've never had internet problems. I mean, so Florida big.
Yeah.
Florida very big, but like where Mal's dad is in Florida, their internet has sucked, and they've changed ISPs to fix that.
Uh-huh.
And all of the ISPs are like, listen, you just can't get better internet here. Like, this is just what it is.
They ran a line.
And it's bad.
From the street.
So now it's better.
It's better, I hear.
Okay. Cool.
When they're there next, we just need to have them do a test. Chaz. For engagement.
Except your face. He's really snoring. Okay. You just... He's had a strange morning, though. He's had a strange morning because we woke up
at 1:30.
You woke up at 1:30.
Uh-huh.
And then you were just up.
Yeah,
you just stayed up. So he was like, what's going on?
I tried to not be.
Then he came back to bed with me.
Yeah. After his feeder went up.
And then my alarm went off at 5. And he's like, this is a little early. And then we left the house. And he's like... And then we got home and went back to bed. And then he got up early because I kicked him out.
Yeah.
He woke me up real early. And I was like, I can't do this, buddy. And I kicked him out. So then around 8:15, so like 15 minutes before the alarm went off, he just started slamming his body up against the door. And I was like, we were very distraught.
Poor distraught Katie.
And now he's all worn out from being distraught. Little man. Wait, 300 Bits from Furious Kitty says, did I hear good computer? Have I missed the vlog where you talked about the specs? I don't think I think I just never talked about it on the vlog. Because sometimes I talk about things on the vlog, and then other times I'm just like, I'm just going to like do whatever I need to do for like equipment stuff or business stuff and just like take care of it. So sometimes I talk about equipment, sometimes I just don't. But I have a 4090. Which is good. It's very good. It's probably extreme overkill, but the advantage of being able to do that is that I don't have to think about GPUs for like a long time, and then also there's nothing I can't like do.
Stream. Mm-hmm.
I just don't have to worry about that. So like all of the solo streams that I've done, all of them have been recorded in 4K 60. So even though we're streaming on Twitch, which is 1080, I've released all of them onto the VOD channel in 4K. And some of the games I'm just playing at 120. So like when I played Halo Infinite, like I can stream Halo Infinite at 1080p 60, record it at 4K 60, and play it at 4K 120. And like that's neat, but I just wanted to be able to grab the best quality that I could and also not have to think about GPU anything for like a long time. So that's what I did. But it also means that I'm prepared for Starfield. Yeah, Gold Age. I'm sure saying Gato Roboto at 4K is really helpful. It's true. It's true. The thing is, the file sizes are still very large, even for Gato Roboto. So, like, I put it onto the computer last night, and it was like, well, this recording was 47 gigs. And I'm like, cool. Very good.
Perfect.
Very, very good. Perfect. Love this. Wonderful. Yeah. So, I'm prepared for Starfield, and I'm excited for Starfield. And that is my plan, moving forward with that as well, is that obviously I'll stream it to Twitch, and that'll be at 1080, but when it comes out on Stephen Plays and StephenVOD, those will be in 4K. So that's the plan. It will hopefully look good. Yeah. Brandon says, every time Steven tells me about his 4K adventures, I remind him I watch most VODs on my phone between 480 and 720p. I'm aware. I'm aware. A lot of people watch content on their phone. There is a fairly substantial number of people that watch content now on their televisions, either because they have like smart apps on their TV or like their console. So a lot of people do watch stuff on the TV. So, you know, it's fine. It's fine. Michael 4D says, YouTube compression, though. YouTube compression has gotten pretty good. It's not perfect, and depending on, you know, if you're running a confetti channel, it's not going to be so great. But
Can we start that?
Where every video just looks like crap. But YouTube compression's actually gotten pretty good. There's some really advanced stuff that they've done. The reason that I know is I actually just recently tested this, where on the third Hades VOD, I usually use there's a default setting in Resolve for YouTube, so like you can just choose YouTube and choose like 4K, and it'll spit out a file. And in my opinion, the default delivery settings on Resolve for YouTube are a little weird. Because on the 1080 stuff, I think that looks fine, but on the 4K stuff, it defaults to 10 megabits per second, which I just don't think is enough megabits. So I looked at the exported recording, and like, it looked pretty good, but particularly when I'm fighting the two bosses in Elysium, the Minotaur and the other guy, like, my face cam kind of like melted. Like, I don't know what it was. There's just enough going on screen where like my face cam just kind of does not look very good. So I was like, I'm going to do a manual export. So I did a manual export, and I bumped up the bitrate from 10 megabits to 30. And it looked perfect. And I was like, that's exactly as it should look. And then I put that on YouTube, and I watched it on YouTube. And it looked the same as the file. And I was like, they didn't mess it up. Like, it looks perfect. Like, it looks really good, and I was like, I'm impressed. I'm actually really impressed with YouTube here, because I assumed that after I uploaded it, it would look kind of like my first export. It looks good.
I'm too tired for tech talk. You're throwing numbers. H264.
I didn't even say the words H264. But yes, it was H264. 32 months from CD Chow, thank you. I also saw, I think Vagabond asked, when did I switch from Final Cut? I didn't. I just use Resolve for VODs. I use Resolve for all of the VOD stuff. I still do all the vlogs in Final Cut. So. Midnight. So how about that fabric, am I right? Ah. Haley's not here to jump on fabric talk. She's on a plane. Mm-hmm. Anyway, listen, these things are important. I have to know about all of these things.
I know.
These are the things I know about. I have to know about things. Fortunately, I know. You're tired.
I'm very tired.
You're very tired.
Mm-hmm.
What does like tired Mallory want to talk about? What if I open the floor to you? I got to talk about bit rates. Why don't you pick any topic that you just want to talk about?
How I want to go back to bed.
You do know when this is over that we can't go back to bed
know.
Because we have to go feed Laika.
I know, we have to go feed Laika. Brandon says, Techo, tonight is actually the full release of all the store. So we get to see everything that's for sale this year.
They've already revealed the Earthbound Techos,
they
right?
They have, yes.
Yeah. That's exciting.
Mm-hmm. I gotta decide what I'm getting.
Are you getting an Earthbound Techo?
I don't know.
Every year you're like, I don't know, but then every year you get an Earthbound Techo.
Yeah.
So you're probably just going to get an Earthbound Techo. You don't like the designs?
No, the Saturn one is really cute.
Oh, well then you get the Saturn.
But I'm not going to use it.
You're not going to use it?
No. I'm using a different style. It only comes in the cousin size.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know. So all of August, it's August, they do a release where every day they do a new thing. So, like, there were 2 weeks straight where they were just like, here's a new cover, next day, here's a new cover, next day, here's a new cover. And tonight is, like, they show everything, so nothing is a secret anymore.
Like, I would get a Techo.
Jess has convinced one of your friends to use it.
Yeah, like I would get a Techo, but the problem is I can't.
What would you put in it?
Well, I mean, you could like journal in it. I could write my thoughts about life. But the problem is I can't write. If I start to write, I get pain, like at any level of writing. So like the most that I can do now is like sign a check. If I do any writing past signing a check, like that's not good. The more you write, the easier you get incorrect. Like because I have the ulnar nerve crap down my arm, I cannot do that. It sucks. It's fine. Just gotta make a robot to write down vlog automatic captions into the Techo. Yeah, there we go.
Soon, Brandon.
Your day will come. Yeah, I had emailed my doctor about like get me a physical therapy thing, and they didn't. So then I emailed them again after giving them 2 weeks, and they didn't. So I'm calling the physical therapy place today myself. Yeah. So that's good. That's good. I'm excited about it. Love being old. It's great. It's great. It's fine. It's totally fine. It's totally fine, and it's good, and it's fine, and it's good
and fine.
And it's good, and it's fine.
And fine and good.
It's good and fine and fine and good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've worn wrist braces occasionally. Sometimes. But that's not the bigger issue that I have. A lot of my problems that I have with my ulnar nerve originate at my elbow. So I'd have to wear like a cast or something to keep my arm straight. But like I generally do a pretty good job. Like,
Brandon says maybe you can operate Final Cut with the Vision Pro just by eye tracking.
The future. Honestly, the thing... At some point in the future, you'll be able to edit...
Just by thinking.
Well, that's far off future. But like at some point, you'll be able to edit like the way that I shoot the vlog, which is generally linear. Like it's shot in order, and it's mostly like cutting out the head and the tail of like the clips and then making sure that the audio processing is correct. Like a computer should be able to do that.
Yeah.
Like at some point we should be at the point where like the vlog, a style of media like the vlog should be editable by a computer.
Brandon says the Vision Pro might be a huge accessibility tool. I was listening to a podcast and someone was talking about having used one, and they were like, it was just so intuitive to...
Yeah. Well, Apple just had like some workshops that they did. They did one in Cupertino, and then they did some in some other countries, because they gave the SDK to developers like months ago.
Yeah.
So the developers are able to like see how the stuff runs or whatever, and people liked it. Like the developers getting a chance to like try out the actual hardware, like, oh, this is good. This is like a neat thing. And I'm like, well, that's cool.
Cool.
It still costs like it was $3,500? It was $3,500.
Yeah.
But Gen 1 technology is not accessible anyway.
No.
So like whatever. It's fine. You know, when American dollars. Yeah, $3,500 American dollars. But I mean, like when the watch came out, like very few people had Gen 1 Apple Watches because they were very expensive.
The difference
Very few people had Gen 1 iPhones. They were very expensive. Like, things get cheaper.
But the difference in it, wasn't it something like it is standalone? It's not...
Yeah.
Like, it's not like a normal VR headset where you need a computer. It's standalone.
Yeah. I mean, there are standalone VR headsets.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's a good standalone VR headset. But it will also link into a computer to do Final Cut or whatever. It's fine. We are many, many years away.
The virtual desktop from your actual desktop, too.
We are many, many years
both.
away from it being accessible to the general public.
Yeah.
Right now, it's going to be for folks that either just have a lot of money or have, like, extreme interest in the product. But, like, in 5 years, who knows how much it'll cost and what versions they'll have and whether they'll be able to do. So, like, it's the same with anything. It's fine. But it does look neat.
It does look neat.
It does look neat. And, like, people are talking about this PS5 thing. That looks neat. I don't want one.
Yeah.
But, like, I think it's fine to exist. You know, some people get upset because they're like, this thing is a stupid idea. And I'm like, I don't think it's a stupid idea. I just think it's really niche. And, like, those aren't the same. I think that it can exist. And there's someone who's, like, super into Sony. And they're going to Florida.
One person.
Someone here.
Singular one person.
There's at least one person in this chat today that is deep into the Sony ecosystem and can probably find a realistic use case for it. It might only be one person because it might be that niche, but like, it's there. It exists. I think a Steam Deck is a better investment because it can at least play the games, you know,
on its own.
On its own, which I think is a more important feature. But you know, if you do the Sony, then you do the Sony. You can't just come. It's like when people are like, you know, the PC Master Race is like, well, you know, it's a lot cheaper to buy games on Steam. Okay, but if you don't have a computer, then you're not there, you know? Like, then it is more expensive. So, like, just let the console people do the consoles. It's great. Sorry, I have to read stuff on the internet, and I read people yelling at each other in comments over things that are just nonsensical. And I'm like, my God, why does it matter? Why does it matter? Midnight Beyond, thank you. All gaming is valid. Brandon, oh God, is it 2012? Do we still say PC Master Race? Mostly it's a joke. But also, yes. Yeah. Because, like, people don't even need computers. They don't even need them in 2023, year of our Lord. They got a phone. You don't even need it. If you have a phone and a Switch, you're just taken care of. You can do all of your stuff on your phone.
I do hate it.
You do hate...
I want a keyboard.
You can hook up the keyboard to, like, phones.
Coffee.
I think you could probably do that on the iPhone, too, to be honest. I'm sure you can. I've never had to or wanted to. But the iPhone is a Bluetooth device. You could probably just be like, burp, burp.
Yeah.
Probably works.
I want desktop.
I mean, I want to use a computer. And, like, I have to use a computer. Like, you can't do video... Well, you can do video editing on a phone. I wouldn't, but you could. Yeah. Some people in some industries will always need computers. But a lot of people don't need a computer. You have, like, a tablet or whatever, and you're good. 3 Different Shy says, I wanted to recommend an older anime, Outlaw Star. In the age of space, partners Gene Starwin and Jim Hawkins will handle most any job, from machine repair to bounty hunting. I have seen some Outlaw Star. I couldn't remember any of it, but I have seen some of it. 3 Different Shy also says, when a dubious client requests them as bodyguards, they find themselves thrust in the center of a space race between pirates, outlaws, and the Galactic Federation, all hunting the same elusive treasure. I'm aware of its existence. It's like a different Cowboy Bebop. I don't know how similar those shows are, because I've never watched either of the shows. But I've seen like a tiny bit of one and a tiny bit of another. So then I'm like, these are just similar shows. They could be wildly different. I don't know. But in my head, they're very similar. Also from Shy, did I forget to mention that the Space Pirates are also a cult of ancient Chinese wizards? The show is a treat. Anime. You can take any idea and just write, then it's a show. We also had 11 months from Joe the Historian Gamer and 100 bits from Spinatrap. Thank you. Cowboy Bop It. You alright?
Yeah.
You gonna make it?
No. Thinking about Cowboy Bop.
Stockpile your restaurant with Tiny Eddie's Nutty and Dill Chicken and salad sticks.
Cowboy Bop It. Cowboy Pull It. What's the other one?
Twist it.
Twist It. Cowboy Twist It.
Doop, 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 doop.
Oh, does it make that sound? Mm-hmm. I never owned a Bop It. I don't want to. I don't want to. Please don't send me Bop Its. Jesus Christ. We just did mail. We did mail, and Dan has edited mail. So, like, we have mail. Mail will happen soon. This week ended up being far more turbulent than I would have ever expected. And because I was like, we'll probably do fan favorites this week, and like we did not do fan favorites this week, so I'm still aiming for next week.
Brandon says, as a general rule, try to own nothing. Working at it.
Who's working at it?
Me, trying.
1,000 bits from Pastry Bear Plays. It says, Tiny Eddie, can I have a snack to get me through today? Yeah, stockpile your restaurant with Tiny Eddie's Nutty and Dill chicken and salad sticks.
Not chicken salad, chicken and salad.
Sticks. So it's Pocky. No, what's it called? Pretz. They're Pretz, chicken flavored, lettuce flavored, nut flavored, dill flavored.
Big croutons?
Pretz are just big croutons. You can throw Pretz right on a salad. And you should. No. No, I don't think I... I released a vlog yesterday that,
Was it the donut one?
Yeah, we went and got crepes.
Yeah.
And I had a buffalo chicken crepe. Mm-hmm. And that was weird.
I did not try yours.
It was not great. Like it was fine. It tasted good. It's not that it tasted bad, but it's just weird. It's like not a crepe material. That's not what you do in a crepe.
Crepe material.
Cowboy Bop It. Okay. Let's do this.
Put down that magazine and pick up Tiny Eddie's Caviar Dip Tuxedo Cookies.
Like black and white cookies?
Yeah. Tuxedo cookie is just another way of saying a black and white cookie. That's Bits from Leaf says, Tiny Eddie, I got 4 essays I have to write, and I need the extra energy boost. What snack do you have for me today?
Cookies with caviar.
Go to the store. Buy some black and white cookies. Buy some caviar. Put caviar on the cookies. Just dip them right in there. You can't... First off, you can't dip the cookies in caviar without moving the caviar into like a different...
Vessel.
Because a caviar container is small. I mean, they come bigger if you have a lot of money, but they usually don't. I've never tasted caviar.
Me neither.
I think it's because I associate it with like...
You're thinking of like caviar, and not like Like sushi caviar.
You mean roe?
Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah, I am. Yes, when I see the word caviar, I do think of caviar as opposed to roe.
Yeah.
Because it's a different word. I've never had caviar. I'm not opposed to like trying it, but it just it's like it's expensive.
Yeah.
When you picture caviar, you picture like a millionaire in a tuxedo eating it at a party while like a butler holds it. That's the mental thing that you picture. So when I think about that, I'm like, I don't even have a tuxedo, let alone a butler.
Yeah, you do not have a tuxedo.
Like if I asked Alex nicely, he would probably hold it for me. But like,
Maybe.
yeah, maybe not. He might be like, no. So like, I don't even have the setup.
You could ask Brandon.
Would you like a butler? Occasionally. I don't think
Are
I
you
would.
looking for a new job?
Yeah, so I don't think I would. The problem is like if you have a butler, me and the butler would just be like buddies. That's the problem. Like if I had a butler, it would just be like, you want to like play video games with me, which is not like typical like butler activity. It'd be very different. Yeah, a buddy you pay. Imagine a friend, but you pay them to be your friend. Oh no. Oh no. Hey, good luck with your essays, by the way, Leaf. Hope that goes well. Oh my god, Haley!
Hi, Haley.
Hi from plane. We just landed. Thanks again for ride to airport. You got it.
You're welcome.
I'm glad that things are going well. I don't remember if they had like a layover or anything, so I don't know where you are, but I hope that you're doing good. I'm glad that you are safe. Hope that the rest of your travel today is good travel. We had 510 bits from Anise. It said, savory crepes are really good though. Curry filling or tuna mayo, fold into burrito shapes, lay them into an oven dish, smother in cheese and bake until the cheese melts. Basically crepe lasagna. I'm not even like against the concept of a savory crepe, but there's just something real weird about it. I think
About the one you had.
yeah, it's hard to explain. I don't even know the specifics of it. And like again, it's not that it tasted bad. It's not that it tasted bad. It's just a little weird. Haley says, y'all better take care of yourselves or I'll take care of you. We're very capable. You saying no? Do you need help?
Yes.
Dude, I literally can't take care of you this weekend.
I know. Like I'll take care of
You're
me.
going to be on your own.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about me.
I'll take care of Leica. Leica take care of me. She'll go get groceries. We'll hang out on the couch.
Okay. You're still working on the gaming injury. You need someone to yell at you. It's fine. It's fine. I'll do my stretches. I'll do my glides.
They can't see your hand.
They don't need to see it. I will tell you though. I do. It's sometimes it's maybe dependent on what I've done the day before, and sometimes I think it's just like randomly how I've slept because I'm asleep. I don't know what's going on. That I'll get like the tingles. So like the next day I'll have the tingles. So like today I got the tingles, and I'm like, is the tingles because of Gato Roboto, or is the tingles because of like I just slept funny? Because there's days where I'm not at the computer much and I still get the tingles. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't understand. It's fine. I'm gonna deal with it. I'm gonna call physical therapy and make things work out.
Good.
That's my plan. So, Yeah, I did do the stretches. So, like, I set myself up for as much success as I possibly could, I think. That's, you know...
Proud of you.
That's the most I could have done. It's fine. Anyway, it's 10 o'clock. Let me talk to you a little bit about what's coming up. Zelda tomorrow. That's it.
That's it?
That's it. I don't got anything else to say.
Roll 'em beans.
You can look at these beans. Look at these beautiful beans. Patreon.com/StephenGeorge. Patreon.com/Malmakes. You can support us there if you wish. Thank you. I'll have a new Patreon video. Oh, it's good, man. It's like a week away.
Yeah.
We're not quite to September.
You got a little time yet.
We're not quite to September.
Uh-huh.
We have a little bit of time. Just a little bit of time. I don't have a vlog scheduled for 10/15. I did release one last night, so if folks haven't seen that, they can check that out. I'll be releasing more vlogs today, unless something goes terribly awry. There is some stuff to do today, right? So, like, there's going to be...
we do have stuff to do today.
Yeah, there's going to be some things that have to go on today, because we gotta take care of Leica. But we'll navigate that. We actually haven't made the soup yet.
We haven't.
Soup tonight?
Yeah, we're gonna do soup tonight.
Okay. So the plan is soup tonight. So we got all these tomatoes. So
yes.
I'm really excited about it. I don't believe that we've ever made homemade tomato basil soup.
We have.
With our own tomatoes?
No, that's slightly different.
Yeah. Brandon, there's still tomatoes? Yes. We actually tore 3 of the plants out of the ground yesterday. But some of the plants are still making tomatoes. Soup Tonight is the best new show on the NBC lineup. Yeah, there's the jalapenos. The jalapenos are coming in, but they're coming in really slow.
Yeah.
Coming in really slow, because like Sombra Noir had given us a recipe for jalapenos, and like there's a lot of things that I want to do with the jalapenos, but we're not getting them very quickly.
Yeah.
I think we will.
Maybe.
There's so many on the plant that I'm like, we will get them a bunch.
We get them in like 1s and 2s.
So we haven't had
Scott says, how did the soap work? The soap worked really well for a while, and now it's not working, but also some of the soap is missing. Like the whole thing I had it in is gone.
Yeah, well, where the soap stopped working is where the soap went missing.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like the soap worked, actually. I feel like the soap worked. We put out dog hair and soap at the same time. It's hard to say which one did it or if they both helped or whatever.
Yeah.
But it did stop the deer. And then at some point, the deer showed back up, but also the soap disappeared. So
yeah,
like,
the soap is like weirdly missing in spots. I don't know.
Maybe the deer ate the soap. I don't know how it works. I don't know. Anyway, so the deer have been chomping on some of the stuff, and I'm like,
we have so many.
Well, that's the other thing, right? Is that we grow all these tomatoes, and like, we probably had, oh Lord, we've probably had in excess of like 500 cherries.
Yeah.
We've had in excess of like several thousand Candylands, like probably 3,000 to 5,000 of those little, really tiny ones. So we've had like so many tomatoes. So like, I don't care what happens to them anymore. Like, we've had plenty.
Yeah.
So I'm like, at this point, I'm like, whatever.
We get 1 watermelon though.
You know, well, maybe. That watermelon has just kind of sat there.
It's getting heavier.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's bulking up. It's pumping
water,
creatine into the watermelon. Anyway, yeah, so we're a little tired of the tomatoes, just because we've eaten so many with so many different things.
Yeah.
Like when Mal was in Wisconsin, I ate like 2 BLTs every day for like a week. And that's just a lot. That's a lot for me. I don't want that many. Just don't want that. It's too many. So yeah, we'll we'll see what the next like 2 weeks of plants brings, because that might completely finish up the tomatoes. I don't know.
Yeah, then I can start switching over to my fall garden.
What are you gonna grow in the fall?
Arugula, spinach, radish, maybe carrots, beans, peas.
What was the second one?
Spinach.
Yeah, I definitely heard spinach, and I was like,
I did call it that on purpose.
spinach. I'm always in favor of cutting out syllables. Make things easier to say. Less time. Spinach. Okay. Well, that's it. I don't have anything else. Vlogs at some point today. Mao petting Leica all day. We'll be back tomorrow night. Mao will be here for Zelda. Why is this case open?
I have no idea.
And that's it. I don't got anything else. That's all the things. Stay I don't know. Stay tuned to the VOD channel. I got like stuff coming out on there. Okay. Spinach is when you cook down spinach.
That's what I'm laughing at.
It cooks down so much. You got this whole bag and you just end up with like a handful once it's cooked.
You too, Brandon.
Wild. Okay.
Also, I heard, why is this queso?
Y'all have yourselves a wonderful Thursday. Hope you've had a good time this morning. We will see you tomorrow night.
Why is this queso?
We will see you tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. We will see you tomorrow night. Cowboy Bop It. We will see you tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. For what will we see them for?
Why is this queso?
Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. We will see you tomorrow night, which is Friday. Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Why is this queso? For the continuation at 8 p.m. Eastern, Friday night, tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. Tomorrow night at Friday. Tomorrow night is Friday. Tomorrow is Friday, but tomorrow has a night. Tomorrow's night is Friday night. Tomorrow night will be 7 p.m. Central. 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Pacific. Even earlier if you live in the Pacific Ocean. Even later if you live in the Atlantic Ocean. 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We will see you. We won't see you. That's not how Twitch works. You will see us. You will be where you are, and we will be where we are. But you will see us. You will see us. It will be... What is this image? Did I make this? Who made this? Is that from the Pokemon Let's Play? Did I catch that? No, that Pokemon's not in, red and green. What? Why is this? Alright, that's it. I'm done. I'm just gonna end the stream because I can't follow that up.